Welcome, Scorpio, to Golden Sun Tarot. My name is Sonika, and I'm going to be doing your September 2014 reading. Um, uh, and these are your messages from Spirit for the month of September. If you guys have any personal questions, please click on the box below. You guys will be taken to my website and see all my offerings all the readings that I offer. And I highly advise you guys to watch the readings that I do for your for your rising sign and your moon sign, because your sun sign isn't the only energy in your birth chart. So by watching your readings for your rising sign and your moon signs, I think that you guys will get a greater perspective and awareness of what else is going on in your life in the month of September 2014, okay? So let's see what's in store for you guys in September. We're already in September. Wow. Okay. So we have the first week of September. We have the second week of September. We have the third week of September. We have the fourth week of September. And we have the last few days of September. I'm going to pull one more card for those, okay? And as I was shuffling your cards, several cards popped out at me, and I want to include them in the reading as well, and I'm going to discuss them because I believe when cards pop out like that, they are messages from Spirit and they are meant to be included in the reading. So just give me a second, Scorpio, to get those cards for you guys. There were a couple of cards here. Let's see. Okay, we have this card. And I'm just taking those cards out right now. I think I had one more card that popped out for you guys. I'm just gonna look for it. Let's see what you guys had. There was another card. Yeah, this one definitely popped out. And let me see if there was a fourth card that popped out. I'm going to be discussing all of these cards with you guys for September. I'm looking to see if there was another one, but I don't. Oh yes, there was. There was this card. Okay. Okay, let's see, Scorpio. Let's see what you have for September. Interesting. Okay. So in the first week of September, you guys have the Five of Swords, okay? And the Five of Swords tells me there is some sort of victory for you guys. You're going to feel some sense of, I think maybe you were in conflict with others over some ideas you had or some viewpoints you have or something in the material realm, because swords have to do usually with information and logic and you know, the cerebral mind. And I feel that for you guys in September, the first week of September, I feel like maybe towards the end of August, and again, these energies, there's not a hard start and stop to these energies. You could be feeling even all of these energies of September in the last 10 days of August, because I believe there's some belief in astrology that a new month actually starts on the 22nd when the sun changes signs. So, you know, just see how it is for each of you guys. This is a general reading for thousands and thousands and thousands of Scorpios out there. So again, this first week of September, where you have the Five of Swords, I think I feel like maybe something happened towards the end of August or somewhere in August. I'm getting more so maybe the end of August, where you guys were maybe in a little bit of conflict with someone else or other people. And there was sort of like butting heads over ideas or information. You guys, there's something like that. And it's just you're not able to see on the same page as someone else or some other people. And I feel like in the first week of September, you guys will have sort of this victory. Like I feel like your viewpoints or your ideas, or you will somehow win out. But just know that this victory, I mean, you'll notice the people who are turning away from this man who's sort of victorious and has all the swords in his hand, and things have sort of moved fast. I feel like there will be some sort of, this victory will be very quick for you, or it will be very sudden or brash, maybe even. There's some sort of fast energy in it, behind it. I feel like it's a tailwind victory. There's something like a wind just propelling it forward, this victory for you guys. It leaves other people, though, the people you sort of have victory over, kind of very sad, or disappointed, or just very defeated. They feel very defeated. And because it's like that, I feel like in that first week of September for you Scorpios, despite this victory that you will have, um, over others, I feel like you yourself won't be completely fulfilled or happy about it, because it leaves others in a, or leaves the situation in, not only the other people, but overall the mood of the situation with this kind of like, it's somewhat like a trade-off, it's like the other people feel so defeated. You're not on very positive, solid, good terms with them at that point. You know that there's going to be some work that's going to be needed to kind of bring them back into your fold, and for everyone to sort of be happy again. So that's the energy for you guys in that first week of September. So just maybe watch your words. You don't want to disappoint people or defeat people in such a powerful, powerful way that they just feel utterly obliterated, and you yourself then don't feel very good about it. Okay? So we have the second week of September, we have the King of Wands in reverse for you guys. And I feel like in the second week of September, might be someone in your life who's like a King of Wands. They might be a Leo, Sagittarius, or Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, male or female, but someone who's usually energetic. They don't have to be of that sun sign. They're just someone who's representing the King of Wands at that point in your life in September. And they could have, they're usually very energetic, very passionate. They love ideas. They inspire people. They inspire new ideas and action in people and people around them. They're leaders in that way. And I think of King of Wands as like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs was definitely a King of Wands. Definitely a King of Wands. And he very much a visionary, action-oriented, passionate, definitely passionate about something. So these people are usually like that. But in the second week of September, the card is in reverse. So there's something that's blocking those qualities there. And so it might be someone who's trying to use you. Maybe you feel like they're using you for their passionate ideas, or they're kind of forcing their ideas and their energy, their like fiery energy, in such a wrong way toward you or in your life. Maybe you just have to come up against this person, this King of Wands in reverse, around September or sometime in September. So just watch out for that. Just be aware of that. Know how to deal with that person in a way that really creates less headaches for yourself and less conflict and less drama in your life, okay? And this could also, though, be you. This could be you, definitely. One other thing I want to say about the King of Wands in reverse, Scorpio, is that in that second week of September, or whenever you come up against this energy of the King of Wands in reverse, you might feel like the energy is stuck. So you're not able, or that person who's usually fiery and motivated and instills action in you, and someone maybe you have to work with, could be even in a love situation. Maybe you're in love, or you're in a relationship with a King of Wands, someone who's always on the move, always doing things. This energy is stuck. So in that, around that September second week, this energy is sort of stuck. Things aren't moving. Things aren't as fiery and passionate. This person who is usually this way, isn't as fiery and passionate and action oriented. So that energy is blocked somehow. Just be aware of that. This could also be you. Maybe you're just not able to get as many things off of your to-do list around that second week of September as you would have wished. There's some sort of like maybe, I don't want to say laziness, but some sort of mood that comes in that makes you want to slow down, and just you can't get yourself to just take down a lot of things off of your to-do list. That could be the way this energy works. So maybe you end up being the King of Wands in reverse. This is just your energy and your mood somewhere around the second week of September. Okay. Now, you guys have in the third week of September, you guys have the Eight of Swords. And I feel like maybe this Eight of Swords connects with this second week of September, and maybe even like this first week. You know, I feel like maybe the first week of September, might be just one situation. In the second week of September, you guys have, and the third week of September, sorry, you guys have the Eight of Swords. So some of your thoughts or your fears or your worries are sort of restricting you. They're binding you. They're restricting you from taking action or moving forward on something. It could also be that you feel just again stuck in this third week over something. Your kind of worries, your mental, whatever is going on in your mind is stopping you from doing something that is sort of, maybe it's taking a chance. You know, maybe you're provided with the option to take a chance on something, but you're not doing that. And I'm seeing, like, you guys also, when I was shuffling the cards, the Four of Cups popped out, and the Four of Cups is, you know, you're being offered a cup, you're being offered some positive gesture, some emotion, something in your emotional life, or something that would normally create positive emotions for you. You know, maybe people are being very lovely and friendly toward you, but you're just a little hesitant to accept that gesture. You're observing it. And maybe that has to do with what's going on in that third week, or around that third week, this energy of like your thoughts and your worries kind of restricting you from moving forward on something, from accepting something, or from taking a chance on something. Okay, so that's the third week, Scorpios. You guys have the Fool in reverse in the fourth week of September. So again, I feel like it's this in some part of September for me. I feel like in September for you, Scorpios, you'll have a lot of things going on. That is absolutely true. I feel that strongly. You'll have so many things on your plate, so much going on in different areas of your life. And yet in one particular area, or one or two particular areas or circumstances in your life, I feel like you'll not be able to move forward aggressively, or maybe not able to take a chance, or not able to create something new, or just continue to keep progressing in those one or two life areas. And I feel like this might be self-imposed. Like maybe circumstances happen around you, but you have maybe these inner worries, or, and you know, the cards I got for you guys, which is like this Two of Swords, it's like the woman, you are this woman, or regardless if you're a man or a woman, your thoughts, you know, there's like two different ways you can go about on things in your thoughts, but you're being defensive. You know, you're not able to come to a conclusion. You know, you have these you're kind of split in your mind over things, over decisions. And this energy, I feel this energy in like the second, third, and this fourth week of September sort of being there for you. So the Fool in reverse tells me you're not being whimsical. You're not being open to a new beginning. So there's something in that fourth week of September that causes you not to start afresh, or start a new beginning, or be like the Fool, be playful and be oblivious, you know, be whimsical, not think about things too much. And you know, you're sort of not being this like free, individualistic, independent, even entrepreneurial person, who's open to possibilities. And you're okay with knowing that things are going to be, you know, with anything that's new, there's a risk of failure, and there's a risk of you know, success. You know, you can succeed, but there's a risk of failure as well. So if the Fool was in the upright, I would say you would be okay with that notion. But for some reason, you're not, in that fourth week of September. You're just not being that Fool in the upright. The Fool is in reverse. So something is holding you back, and it might just be this sort of idea in your mind, this, you're not comfortable with knowing that with anything that's new, or anything. It could be a major or a minor action, a minor decision, or a big major you know, minor choice. But with every choice, you know, there's something new that can come from it. With every decision, there's some change comes to you. And you're not maybe comfortable with the idea that there's a risk of failure with that too. you can succeed with it, but there's also a risk of failure. So something is preventing you from being this fool in the upright in September, okay? And again, you guys might already be feeling like in the maybe towards the end of August, you'll feel these energies as well. You know, energy keeps flowing. There's no hard start and stop to these energies. And then, interestingly enough, you have the Ten of Wands in the last few days of September, and I feel like the Ten of Wands is just, again, this, you're feeling kind of down in your energy. You're feeling like maybe it's just so much stuff going on in your life in September, you know, just so much movement and so many decisions sort of weighing, or so many invitations to take a chance on something, or some invitations that, some decisions that you have to make that are weighing on you and you're not able to sort of make them. And by that time September ends, you're feeling like, oh geez, you know, you got to keep moving and moving along, you know, moving along in the month, keep working, you know, keep up with your day-to-day life, but the energy feels like burdensome, you know, it just feels like a drag to keep moving. But it's sort of a completion. I feel like your energy might even be like you really need some rest and you're really exhausted, and it's sort of just dragging along, you know, this energy in you is just really at the point of just you need some rest. And I feel like there's so much going on in your life in September, Scorpio, that by the time maybe September ends or towards the later days of September, you're going to really realize you need, like, I feel like you need the Four of Swords, that card, you know, where it's a man lying and resting and you know, in like a spiritual sanctuary, you know, because there's just needs rest and needs isolation to kind of get away from all that's happening and all these decisions that are weighing on you. So that's what's happening in like the around the last few days of September, I think. So there's some sort of like a completion in that energy. You're sort of exhausting that energy. Things have exhausted you by the time like September comes to an end, and you're gonna really feel like you need to take maybe even just 2 or 3 days off of work or just out of your life, where you just have time for yourself, to clear up your mind, because I really feel strongly for you guys in September. So much is going on. You're not going to be able to sort of kind of navigate it and cut through the fog in September. I think it's going to be a little bit of a struggle to do that, because I feel like you're going to be coming up against choices where there's like so many pros and cons that it's a little bit difficult for you to decide which way is the way to go about, you know, is the way to go on things, because there's, you know, very good pros and there's very good cons for you to consider on things. That's how I feel the energy is for you in September overall, Scorpio. So yeah, you guys also have the Eight of Wands, which reiterates to me there's fast energy. There's like, you see all these wands, just 8 wands coming at you, right up against you in this card. And it's very sudden, you know, these are very fiery wands. They're just coming in, they're shooting across. So a lot of things happening for you. I think there's fast communication, fast information coming at you. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things coming at you that you really have to, I think, or maybe they're like somehow in your mind forcing you to make a decision quick, but you're not so ready, Scorpio, to make a quick decision. And I think the advice from Spirit is to be like the Queen of Pentacles, be responsible. Don't make a quick decision if you don't feel comfortable with it. You know, don't say something to someone, don't agree to something when you're not quite, you haven't given yourself the time to really think things through, because there's so much else going on in your life that you just can't really put your mind or wrap your mind around something, okay? And you guys, on a good note, have the you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very good card for you, Scorpio. So at some point, I think in September, I feel like you'll do very well when it comes to money in September. Or you'll feel some sort of financial security, or some sense of like, okay, wow, you know, throughout this year, I've really built something in the monetary realm or in the physical material realm for myself, and I'm quite proud of it now. So you can take a little bit of time to maybe even do some shopping, because you have this, you know, you're proud of what you've created in your material realm, and this is you. You know, you are the financially independent woman. Again, if you're a man or a woman, you are financially independent here. And you're observing, and you're being very proud of what you've created sort of for yourself in the physical and material realm, your wealth, so to say. And you can take maybe, you know, a little bit of time to enjoy that. I think in September, enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's what it is. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. So take some time in September, Scorpio. If that's the way to get away from, you know, maybe kind of get some mental rest and some, yeah, just some rest for yourself, some restful periods for yourself. That might just have to do with shopping a little or treating yourself, you know, really being proud of what you've created, proud of the work that you've done for your financial and material security, and you know, do a little bit of shopping, just some relief, something to relieve you of all the other situations that are going on in your life and all the things that are coming at you, you know, all the things that are coming at you in September. Okay, so there it is, Scorpio. There's your September 2014 tarot reading. I'm trying to say the word tarot as tarot, which I think is probably more appropriate and better sounding. So I'm trying to get away from saying tarot. Um, so that's your reading, Scorpio. I hope you guys check out the readings for your rising sign and your moon sign, because they'll give you a greater perspective of what else is going on in the month for you. And click on the box below if you guys want some personal insights or have any personal questions. I hope you Scorpios have a wonderful September 2014, and I'll see you guys the next time.